Hello again and welcome back to another episode of How to Make Games, how to make a WebGL game. And yesterday I managed to make some improvements inside this game, and right now the customers can go to the shelves and they can buy some things that can be visually more pleasing. And today I wanted to continue on this chapter 2 section for filling up the shelves with new items, with new things from the refill zone. That's why I will continue to proceed with loading from this question 6. By the way, today I will have an dentist appointment and get my 20th tooth removed. That's why, since this is an operation, for the next days I may not have any sound, but I'm still planning to continue on recording videos. Maybe some of the recording videos cannot have any sounds. However, I will still try to record some videos and upload to YouTube in order to keep the consistency of this game. So let's continue with this thing, and let's remember why we left off. I need question load manager for enabling and disabling mesh renderer components. So I load the first question in chapter 2. What was the origin of various variables? Let's say this is 10. Alright, fetch the shelf. And after the player touches this filling shelf, by the way, the scoffing is still with me, and I do not know why I cannot manage to get away with this scoffing, but I hope that someday I will manage to not getting any cough. So if target transform refill the zone, player can refill the shelf, touch the shelf can be refilled. Shelf can be refilled. So player sensor. Where is my player? Here player sensor should have a reference for those cubes, and let's say that renderer player carry cubes. Let's name them as player carry cubes. Toggle player carry cubes with a boolean, which cubes item dot enabled will be equal to this boolean. And let's set this player carry cubes to true. First the shelf can be refilled. Target shelf, and this target shelf should have a shelf can be refilled. And let's say this is the main character. Okay, what's happening? Create 3D object for the back. Carry cube. Okay, let's set the scale for this carry cube to not 0.2. This is too small. 0.5. Say 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's set 0.4. 0.4 is nice. And my player is triggered should know about these carry cubes. And at the beginning, also these carry cubes should not have any box collider, or their mesh renderer should be like this. Let's try this, and okay, the guy goes over there. New apples. When my character touches new apples, cubes are enabled. When I refill the shelf. Okay, I touch the shelf, refill the shelf. And after refilling the shelf, I can also set the player carry cubes to false. In addition to this, let's go to the shelf, and does this shelf has any reference? It's refilled. Shelf is refilled. This mesh renderers. Question not manage. So okay. Shelf. 32. Shelf elements. Enable shelf elements. Bridge elements. Item gets component. Mesh renderer, and enable this element to true. And if the shelf is refilled, set enable shelf elements. In addition to this, I needed to check the shelves, identify the shelves of, what does this say? For question 7, let's say, shelf elements of these thingies, and also elements for question 8. And also shelf elements for question 9. Yes, and also shelf elements for question 11. 11, yes. So shelf elements. Question 10. Let's try this thing. Character goes over apples. That the answer correct. You did it. And now it's returning back to new apples. Get the new apples and fill that shelf. Okay. The character goes towards the bananas. Get the new bananas from here. And this is looking nice. However, something is wrong with this. In addition to this, I wanted to set the color according to the filling material. So, this is my player's answer. This is my target shelf. And how can I get the name of the target shelf? Public, not material. Return shelf element material, which is returning good shelf elements. Let's get the first shelf element and get component of material. Okay, shelf element material, and also enable custom. Where is the player's answer? Yes. And shelf material will be equal to return target shelf dot get material, or what return shelf element material, and let's set item dot material equal to shelf material. So will that be working? Let's set this to 10. Go to the new apples. No material. Dot low dot shelf and target shelf. Okay, it has this target shelf, 3 grapes. And what was your mesh renderer? Oh, okay. Mesh shelf element 0, which has mesh renderer, has a disabled mesh renderer. So, maybe I can cache this value before disabling the shelf element. Turn shelf element material. Let's say this as material, shelf element material. Before disabling the mesh renders, enable shelf elements, turn shelf material, refill the shelf. Material is not a Unity component. Turn value component mesh render dot material component mesh. Okay, how about now? It was my mistake. It looks like it was my mistake. There it goes over there and check the answer. Order to get new apples. Yes, right now I have the pink ones and fill them with blueberry cubes. If this boolean is happening, then we need to use this line of codes, and otherwise, if toggle player carry cubes is just do this line. Okay, original goes over there, touch the shelf, the price goes and grab new apples, return back to shelf, touch the shelf and fill it with new items. There and set it. Bananas, yes, has the by the way, question 6. Which question has problem? Question manager. Question manager, where are you? Note manager. Question 8 has a problem. Question 8 has a problem with second canvas. Go over to there and set this 30. Get my new grapes. Perfect. And upcuts 40. Get my new apricots and fill it with new items. Also, the question 8 and 9 has a problem. Sorry, 10. Question 10. 8 and there we go. Also with the carrots. These are my new carrots. And also question 11. 10, 20, like this. Okay, this is looking promising. So, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, enabling disabling done. And let's say just load question 12. Good. Or maybe I will try to load question 8. Okay, the previous shelves should be enabled for the question 8. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, for the 11. 1 shelf 2, shelf 3. Question 6. Is this one shelf 3? Question 6. No. This is not the lines. For the question 6, all of them should be disabled. Then for the question 7, shaft 3 should be true, which is this shaft, I guess. Yes. And for the next question, shaft 2, 3, 2, true, 8. Yes, these two are already filled. And for this one, shaft 1, 2, 3, 1. Yes, perfect. And what is the name of this shelf? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, and 5 for the last question of this chapter 2. And let's try to load this question 10. The carrots, 50, fill with new carrots, and perfect. Now for the next questions, I needed to arrange this problem. So second canvas problem. Question 8, 10, 11 has problem with the second canvas. By the way, this is finalized. This line is finalized. I need to update carrying and filling shaft cubes. Also, this is finalized. Chapter 2, filling the shells should be represented by the cubes. Okay, this is also finalized. This is good also. Grab draft functionality in order to fill the shells. Perfect. Changing the question should trigger or changing the next chapter. Okay, this is also fine. And it looks like I have only one element in my to-do list left. Only one element, one last element. And let's try to playtest this game from the start. Apples, check the score, check the answer, great. Customer 1, customer 2, and they try to lower the shelf. Perfect. Bananas changed. Let's go over to this bananas and set this to 6. Okay. And the customer 1 and customer 2. Maybe an indication, maybe a dialog box, maybe a line above the customer will be better, but that's for the future. Touch the customer 1 and touch the customer 2. Okay, they went there to buy the elements. They look like zombies. I like it. Customer zombies. Customers are trying to buy lots of things. Customers wants to buy some brains. They are just brainless zombies. Brainless zombie customers. And here, 40. Now let's go there. There is a sale. It's Black Friday. Let's go over there. And now they are gone. Perfect. So why does this not work? It does not fill the budget dollar for virus, new virus. Okay, filling functionality is not working right now. Why? What was the reason? Let's try to load the question 6. If I load the game from question 6, what does this question load manager? Does it just disables probably it disables the list mesh. Okay. Okay, what was the difference? When I touch the first shelf and customers goes over there, what do they do with this element? They are just disabling the elements, not the mesh render of these elements. That's my problem. Oh, how can I change these things happening? Chapter 3, Chapter 2, where's the logic for Chapter 1? get components of mesh renderer and let's enable to false. Let's try this line. Over there and touch the apples or right now they are just saving the mesh renderers. They're looking good, looking promising. Zombie customers. You are the zombies. I do not want to deal with you. $4 for apricots. A customer waits there. And you. $3 for apples. Let's try this thing. $1. Go over here. That's my new apples. Let's try to fill it. New apples. Fill it bananas. Okay. It looks like I have some problem with this shelf. Of question what's which question? Question order. Question 8. This is a shelf of question 8. Shelf is refilled. Next shelf canvas is this thing, which is this one. However, it should be this one, apples. So, I guess I found the issue for this question 8, 10, and 11. So where was the question 8 again? This is my question 8. Next shelf canvas is looking like this. However, next shelf canvas should be question 9, which is this. Here you go. Question 4. This is for question 8. And next shelf canvas is this for this thing. And for the question 9. It says next shelf canvas is its own on its own. However, next shelf canvas should be this guy. And for the question 10, question 10, yes, here. Next shelf canvas looks like question 9. However, next shelf canvas should be the one in here, 11. And for the question 11. At last but not the least, next shelf canvas should be question 12. However, it is question 10 right now. So let's update the canvas in there also. And try to load game from question 6. Over there, apples. These are my new apples. Apples, filled with new apples. Looking good. Bananas are $6. That was original price. 20. Perfect. 15 and what $30. This is the apricots. $20? No, $40. Carrots, $50. Go and get the shelf and deal with new carrots. Grapes, bananas, $6. Pizza. Now let's go to the shelf of grapes. $15.30. The apricots. Apricots, 24.40. This is the pink, I guess. Good. And what does this make? 40.50. And the end game. But okay. Let's before forgetting, chapter 1. After press change, question mark at dialog box to the player need to reach the customers. Also in the language lesson there is a thing called carrots. Carrots, yes, here you are. Okay, why can't I edit this? Question 14, I needed to change the answer for 114. And it looks like the game is finished. It's working right now. It does not have any camera, and as you can see, I reloaded cameras. Maybe I should have added this in end game button, end game balloon, first stick, prefab. Also, I needed to integrate these settings over here, but I do not remember where they located. Let's just okay. I added some packages to here. And let's just where's my canvas? Try to directly add these settings again, but no, this is not the thing. Things pop up maybe. Okay, but this is still not the thing I'm looking for. So let's just open my previous project and try to copy from there. Maybe pause this again. Yes, this is the settings menu I'm looking for. Is there any way to export this multi-view UI camera click around select the draw? Hold it. Let's just settings canvas and get this here and export package. Expander. This is not needed. This is not needed. Not needed. Probably not needed. Not needed. Not needed. These are the scripts. Maybe only settings button. Yes, it's over here. Settings button. Yes, it's over here. Sprites and textures. And let's try to export it to our other project. Assets. Switch. Can I just completely? Okay, it looks like I cannot copy and paste between packages, between the projects. This is my setting canvas here. This code is not working. What are your setting button? What do you do not like? Setting canvas. Audio source. You want an audio source? Now this is your audio source. Load scene, and try to load it again. Okay, what was the reason? Load chapter 2 into text. Settings button to load text to speech. Load manager instance. Okay, in this thing I do not have text and the complete game. It looks like it's existing. Disable text to speech. First of all, what was the problem? I load the scene, let's load the scene, and disable this canvas and play it. Create camera target to shelf Cinemachine controller because I do not have any Cinemachine controller anymore. Okay, that's one of the reasons. Yes, Cinemachine controller I removed. As you can see over here, I removed them. Okay. Manager, let's enable this thing. Let's try to enable this thing. When I press here, give me errors. This instance get text. Instead of this, loader. Instead of this, I started to use this loader approach. Let's copy and paste this loader approach. Then also awake. And loader.get text. Text field. Where are you? I think music text as music. Where is your as music and think text as what? Text to speech. Text to speech. Settings text to speech. Okay. When I press the music button, sound game object, audio source should be create empty parents. This is the sound game object. Looking good. Okay, loader approach. Loader like this, and awake. You don't start. Get this loader, and where are you? Loader, enable. No. That can manage text, speak text, get text, and no question. Pop. Text to speech. Save all text to speech. This. Get text, speak text, text to speech disabled, text to speech disabled. And this is the definition of text to speech. Okay, this should work. Music off on, and I set the music off, the sound game objects still off and on. Text to speech off, on, settings menu, Okay, this is looking really nice and really good to go. So let's just save this and try to get my first build over here. Disk size and player settings. Blah 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 blah. I do not remember any of these player settings. So let's just go over here. Okay, slash image. And for the other settings, blah 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 blah. Okay, what was different? I should not have enough this script defined operations. Publishing settings. Okay, this looks promising. Oh, apply. Build player while editor is importing assets. Blah 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 blah. Enable save no compression format disabled. Let's try to get my first build. New folders. Oh, this is really my first builds. And let's rename this folder as Red folder. Oh, I have a question in mind that what was the stripping level? This is medium, and the other one is also medium. Let's see what we will face with. And yeah, from now on, I will just try to get some builds. By the way, I do not have too much time to left. And as I said in the beginning, for the next 1 or 2 days, or maybe 3 days, I may not have any voice, or maybe I have some kind of weird voice because, as I told you, I got my wisdom teeth, two of the problem teeth removed in today, and yeah, that's all. I hope to continue on developing the game and maybe debugging on some other issues. And I also, before uploading this to the uploading this game for review, I will probably want to add this thing into the game also. Yeah, and that's all. And thanks for watching till now. And I hope to see you on tomorrow's video again. Have a nice day.